choice best states the main idea of the text. So we just have to read through the text, and we just have to provide a main idea that is applicable for the whole text, that we can find the main idea by just reading the text and analyzing what is applicable for all the information in the text. So I have read the text. I'm gonna just explain the answer for you. So in the first sentence, biologists have predicted the bird's feather structures variables have a temperature, but this hasn't been tested in mountain environments, so it wasn't tested in mountain environments. Thus, the ornithologist Sahas Bar studied feathers from 249 songbird species. So, and then he found that feathers of high elevation species had a greater proportion of warming downy sections, which means that the birds that flew in the higher elevations of the mountain, which were in the higher grounds of the mountain, had a lot thicker, feathers, which kept them warm, and compared to the other low elevation species feathers, which were not as long as the high elevations. So we just have to provide support to the previous prediction, because the biologists have predicted the birds' feather structures rise habitat temperature. So we just supported that by the ornithologist Sahas Bar studies, that he found that the higher the elevation, the thicker the bird's feathers are. So we just found that it varies with the temperature. So we just have to provide a main idea that is applicable for all of this. So the question A, as Barr's investigation shows that some species of Himalayan songbirds have evolved feathers that better regulate body temperature than do the feathers of other species, contradicting previous predictions. So it kind of looks correct, but it's not, because it doesn't align with our prediction. So it's not a perfect fit. I would say it's 50%, but like Barr's investigation shows that some species of Himalayan songbirds have evolved feathers that better regulate temperature. So he found that the Himalayan birds have thicker layers of, feathers, but it wasn't evolved. The text doesn't mention anything about evolution of the feathers, so it should be out. Thus, so A is eliminated. B, Barr found an association between habitat temperature and feather structure among Himalayan songbirds, leading new support to a general support. So it aligns with our prediction, which I mentioned before. So the Barr found association between habitat temperature and feather structure. It was a basic main idea. So he supported the first sentence like biologist prediction, and it fits the main idea prediction we made. So thus it should be correct. It's 100% correct. If I were in the exam, I would just select this and move on and check it in the end, because it's easy. When it comes to C, Barth discovered that songbirds have adapted to their environment by growing feathers without flat and smooth sections, complicating an earlier hypothesis. It basically restates it in a misinformation. So it gives misinformation about the text, basically. So the text doesn't mention anything about discovering. They didn't do anything like that. In fact, it contradicts the text. Like by growing feathers without flat and smooth sections, it contradicts the text, because he found the feathers of high elevation species not only have a greater proportion of warming down sections to flat and smooth sections than the other of low elevation species, which means that it has flat and smooth sections. So it thus is incorrect. The results of Barbie study suggest that ability of somewhat to withstand cold temperatures is determined more strongly by the feather length than the feather, thickness. So it also misinterprets our information. Like it also says challenging an established belief. So it should be incorrect. It wasn't even given in the text. So thus it is not correct at all, which means our answer is B.